Hey guys, Alyssa here, welcome back to another video. Today I'll be touring every single one of my Bloxburg plots. The last time I counted I believe I had around 50 plots. So yeah, I'll be tour every single one in today's video. I hope everyone enjoys this video, and if you do, make sure to like. If you make it to the end of the video you'll get to see how much money I've spent building on Bloxburg. Anyway, let's get started. This is the first house on Bloxburg that I decided to build. I bought all of the game passes right away. You can tell I made this like 5 years ago because of the obnoxious colors. I remember I made a little cafe in the backyard and I asked my friend if she wanted to play Bloxburg with me after school. We did, and I remember her saying she couldn't interact with anything, and that's because I didn't know how to give someone permissions. This is the next house. I probably made it a week after finishing the previous house. It's still horrible. It's going to be so fun seeing how much I've progressed in my building. I thought my builds were the shit back then and they were the best. They're obviously not at all. Next build is this. I used more relaxed colors for the Taco Bell. I also made a hotel and a DJ area. The DJ area is pitch black and all of the rooms in the hotel are the same. Okay, this was my favorite house back then. It still has the old Halloween candy buckets. I remember role-playing every single day for like 5 hours with this dude named Sam that I met on a flight simulator game. Next build is this. Again, still very obnoxious, but that's okay. I was still learning the game mechanics since at that time I was only playing for a month. This house isn't too bad, I guess. I had an era where I only made white houses. White everything, even white lighting. The plants were white as well. I lied earlier. The only thing I like about this house is the way I did my bedroom. This hallway is pretty long though, but it leads to a garden. In roleplays I used to pretend I was sneaking out to garden at 2 AM while the kids were asleep. It also has a playroom. For this house I tried making it elevated. I was very proud of myself for this mansion at the time, definitely not anymore though. I specifically remember making a praying area in this room. I don't know why I did, because I never used it and I barely believe in anything, but if other people wanted to use it they could, even though it's just a Roblox game. I remember I had a brilliant idea while building this. I thought it would be the best thing if I made the floor a cyan wood. It's so horrible looking back on it. I think this is when the Hidden Door update released. I forgot to mention earlier, but I remember the old game layout. With the original character in the bottom left displaying your moods and the original color palette. The game has changed so much. Okay, this is a very important build to me. It's my giant castle. This took almost 2 months to build. I made it way too big. There's so much empty space everywhere. I remember going on a walk with my dad and he started talking about if I was building anything on Bloxburg lately, and I told him all about my ginormous castle. There are about a million things I could have done differently in this build for a better outcome, but I'm glad I've learned from these builds. I remember I had to make a room with every single color in most of these houses. I'd ask my kids what their favorite color was and I gave them the room that was that color. I feel bad to everyone who chose yellow because those rooms blind my eyes now. This was my first Christmas themed house and honestly I still love the exterior. It's got so many decorations, but again I could have done some stuff differently. Let me know in the comments if you guys would like me to remake some of these houses, because I'd be glad to make that a series. Also, I probably have thousands of videos of me role-playing in these houses when I was younger, so you can check those out if you'd like. On this plot I have a plane and a hospital. This is because I was obsessed with Dylan aka Hyper at the time. I also loved Poke. I watched all of their roleplay videos and wanted to try to make some myself. They were a giant inspiration to me back then. They did a series called Chemical Z and Chemical U. I hopped onto the trend and made roleplay videos with my friends in these sets, which was extremely fun. I'm so glad that YouTube and Roblox and the internet in general pretty much raised me. This house was nothing special, but I did watch a few Bloxburg building tip videos on YouTube. This house is super cute, I forgot I even made it. So here I discovered that linen was a color. I tried going for a cherry blossom theme, but it didn't pull off very well. I think I'll try to remake this one in the future. I think for this one I was trying to remake the family starter home. I somehow loved making houses with green wood and yellow bricks. Doesn't look half bad though. I'm proud of myself from going from my first house that looked like unicorn vomit to this. This was a 4th of July house and I tried building a little hill and I think it turned out decent as well. You can slowly see my building style changing and getting better and finding color schemes. By the way, I just wanna say these are all 100% original builds. I never wanted to build a house from a YouTube tutorial or something. I find it fun just building and seeing where it takes me. This was my first cafe I built. And I added a bar to it, and now that I'm looking back on it I don't know how Roblox allowed me to. I put so much work into this and I even made custom decals. This used to be one of my favorite houses as well. I loved making cabin type builds. I haven't done that in a while. This house is from the security camera update. I love the basement. This was like my main YouTube house when I first started. I sat in this kitchen area and just recorded me telling stories while making virtual food. Here's a fun fact about my channel. I actually started making Roblox content in 2019 because I used to play games and pretend I was a YouTuber in the chat, but I never recorded anything. So one day I was like, hey, what if I try to make a YouTube channel? Now almost 3 years later, we're here with 480 subscribers. The previous plot was my first ever speed build series on the channel. This plot was where I made sets for some of my videos and roleplays back in the day. We have a rusty house, a gingerbread house from a speed build, a cafe, and the main building with multiple filming rooms. The cafe was also inspired by a hyper video. I don't even remember making this house. What? I don't like how many lights I used. At least put them in a decent pattern. Oh, the second floor makes me remember. This was my first ever modernish house. I made a roleplay video in this house with my friend Bobby, and when people saw the kitchen cabinets they freaked out in the comments. I didn't understand why at the time, but now I get it. Why would I use brick? I'm pretty sure I built this house at my grandma's place. It was so much fun. This house is also inspired by a hyper video. He had this giant blue brick castle for one of those boys only roleplay videos, and I wanted to make a giant blue mansion as well. After my hyper and poke obsession I started making tiny loft houses. I'd roleplay with my friend Sam again and we had like the same setup every day. We both had loft houses, and then at 6:30 in game we would work at the delivery place together for 12 in game hours. Then we'd eat dinner at my place and talk about our experience. Yeah, and we did that multiple times. These lofts are so cute. I'm gonna make one after I'm done recording, I think. Next I had a phase where every house I made had to have a gaming room with black walls and LED lights everywhere. Some of them had money and gold as well. This was for a video when I revamped the basic starter house. It didn't turn out the best. I should try that again. I'm coming up with so many video ideas. This was for a video called Spot the Difference, I think. I filmed it with Bobby a few years ago. Then I did a build battle challenge with him. The brown house is mine and the white one is his. We only had 10 minutes to build though. And another plot involving Bobby. We filmed a sleepover roleplay which was so much fun. When I uploaded it there was a glitch though, and there was just a freeze frame for 11 minutes. And in the basement we have a birthday party that I threw for him on April 9th of 2020. He loved flamingo. Across this room is a sauna/spa type thing. This mansion was inspired by Hyper's sister's house that she roleplayed in all of her videos. I loved the way her garage was. There are also a lot of secrets in this plot. I did an Easter egg hunt with some of my friends as well. They all tried to find the secrets. I still use this plot often because it has a boosting moods area in the corner, so I can use that while I'm working. I'm honestly proud of this house. These last few builds are where I started to improve. In this build I used multiple textures on the walls, which I do quite often now. This build is from when me and my friends came up with videos to record and stuff. I had a whole team. Shout out to Vic, Don, Lily, Bryn, and Bobby. Most of them quit Roblox after the first quarantine happened, but we had some good memories for the 3 years we were friends. I remember my grandma picking me up from school on a Friday, and the first thing I did when I got home was play Bloxburg because I had been waiting the whole day for the update to come out. I believe it had the traditional chairs and furniture along with the different book type. I remember taking a thumbnail for a video on this plot. I was on the balcony and it was raining, so I had to wait until it was sunny. It was another roleplay video about the sewers and apparently SpongeBob's pineapple. This next plot was a movie set plot. I worked so hard on this with those friends I just mentioned a minute ago. Vic, Don, Lily, Bryn, and Bobby would help me record a movie every day during quarantine. I don't think we ever finished filming. I would upload the videos I have of it, but they're on my old computer which broke. The files are completely lost because we couldn't transfer them over. I have no idea why I built a hot dog stand though. Our last scene was shot from these bedrooms up here. I was really proud of the prison as well. This was going to be my main YouTube house, but I only made 2 rooms so. And this is a 4th of July plot. I film all of my yearly firework videos here. I made this Halloween house in 2020 I think. I was watching an Anthony Padilla video while making it on my day off of school. Then I made this for Christmas of 2020 which I never finished. I hate it so much. Then I started making speed build content again. This turned out well. I made this last summer a few days before I went back to school. I never finished it, but I absolutely love the exterior. Here's the Halloween cottage from 2021. I finished it just in time before Roblox had its biggest outage. This is from last Christmas as well. I never finished it because I wasn't really into Bloxburg. Then a few months later I decided I was going to start building again, so I made this, which I am very proud of. I also made some speed builds for these rooms. Next we have this city I've been working on for 3 months. I'm not gonna tour the whole thing right now, but the full tour is on my channel if you wanna check that out. I worked on this house with someone a few months ago. Finally, the last plot. This is the house I'm currently working on. You will see quite a few speed builds for these rooms in the future. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, share and subscribe. If you guys are wondering, all of these plots cost about 14 million Bloxburg cash to make. Thank you for making it through all of this video. It was so much fun seeing how much I have improved. I hope you have an amazing day. Bye for now.